Bro, holy shit, this photo is insane.
What's up, everybody?
This is a Nikon we've got here. How much did this camera cost, Mike?
$200.
200 bucks. A lot of photographers with insanely expensive gear say that it doesn't matter about the equipment, but I've always talked the talk, but I've never walked the walk. So today we're gonna walk the walk and test. Oh, why are you laughing at my fucking analogies? What? What are you laughing at me?
So awkward.
Talk the talk. But yeah, we're gonna be taking some photos with this old Nikon. We're gonna be doing some street photography in Melbourne, so let's go. So first location here, we've got we're in a dark underpass. We've got the light out there, so I'm thinking if we can photograph someone walking out in that outer area. I don't know, maybe a low shot. First thing I'm noticing is the focus. It doesn't focus as well as my current Sony, but it still takes a photo, so it does its job. So usually I would have walked up those stairs there, but whenever you're out on a shoot, it's really good to walk a different way, turn down a street that you wouldn't usually turn down, because for me, that's how I've found new photo locations that I've never seen before. I'm interested in seeing if we can find any new places down here or any new compositions. The autofocus on this camera, I just don't trust it. So for shots where there's nothing moving, if I'm getting a shots of these buildings, I can have it on manual focus, and if I press this button here, it's going to digitally zoom in so I can see what I'm focusing on, make sure I'm on manual focus, move the focus wheel, get it in focus, and then I think I'll just take those still shots like that, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to get them in focus. No, it didn't work. We've got to find another puddle. Oh, it's so weird, getting used to a new camera, because I've been shooting on Sony for what, 2-3 years now. So holding a Nikon, it's my brain's saying change the exposure, but I just don't know how to do it as quickly. Bro, holy shit, this photo is insane.
Yeah?
Oh my god.
What? You're kidding. Everything's reflected.
Dude, that is the biggest reflection I've seen.
It literally meets itself at the same point and then just reflects up.
Don't you think it looks photoshopped?
It does look photoshopped.
Yeah, I'm excited now. Let's keep going. Hey, what's up, bro? How are you? So I've just met up with Pat, who follows me on Insta, right? What do you think of these photos? Ready? What do you think? Reflection. What do you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10? Maybe a 7.5.
7.5. That's not bad, right? 7.5.
But I think we could do better, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we can do better. It's awesome. I love seeing people who follow us and support us in the city. It's sick.
That's super creative, I like that. Do you think that you only could get that shot because of the lens?
By using a different camera, I'm thinking completely different to how I usually would. I think by having this, it throws a spanner in the works and just, I don't know, makes me think differently.
Let's do that. Thoughts?
Good, yeah, alright. Oh, we see this guy with an umbrella. Let's go get a shot of him. Oh, come on, we need to get the shot.
You can run faster than this, come on, yeah.
If you want good photos, literally go out when it's dusk and raining, and you're just gonna get good photos, honestly. I feel like having those limitations with the camera made me think differently about my photography and just made me sort of think outside the box, which was cool. All right, so this is the first location here. Actually, let's go to develop. Would you like to develop an app? That's the original image here. I like how it goes from dark to light. Put my preset redwood on. Then I used some radial filters and it ended up like that. Cool. Next shot here. This is the city shot, which I managed to get in focus using the manual focus. That was one of the hardest things about using this camera. So that was the original. Then I just put the neons preset. Then I did a lot of different color adjustments to get it to looking something like that. When you add a puddle, it can just give such a cool effect, and it helps just fill in all that negative space in the bottom part of the image here. So this is the original photo here. We used the sunset portrait preset. We cropped the image in a lot just to help focus on the subject and just center him there. This is the next reflection shot, which I think this is my favorite photo out of the whole shoot because it's just so symmetrical. And the only thing is, see how it's not quite straight? There's a little tip you can do. If you go down to here, transform, you click on this bad boy. So we're gonna click here. Just find straight things that are in the image. So click and, you know, do it there. Click here, drag down, and then we'll release on the other straight point there. And that's gonna, that should have worked. I don't know why that didn't work. I honestly don't know why that didn't work. Well, it's not fucking working. Then we found the bridge and I shot through that little circular thing, which was cool. This is a technique called framing, which I really like to do with my photos. Framing just helps place focus on the subject. For instance, this one helping place focus on the building. But yeah, I wouldn't usually take photos like this, so I think having the other camera made me do this. It made me. And then that's the other shot I got of the bridge there with those leading lines pointing towards the city. We've got the leading lines here and the leading lines here. This is just a cool, simple shot. I like how it sort of spirals down, but other than that, whatever. We've got the train going up here. We've got a tram here. You know, there's a car turning and there's another tram here. And I used a technique which I saw on Ichban's story. The trick that I learned from his Instagram story was to put a radial filter and bring it down and make the background dark. So if I delete that, see how it's a bit bright here, but once I bring it back, it sort of helps place focus on the foreground and the subject of the image. So you can do that if you want. Here's where I found the camera really hard. So remember how we were chasing after that guy with the umbrella, because I really wanted to get a cool shot of him, but when we came up to him, the settings were just all over the place and I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I was zooming in and the aperture was changing and I had to manually focus. So we got this blurry shot here. This is my favorite photo of the whole shoot. I just like how everyone's got their umbrellas. I also like the lighting that's coming from the 7-Eleven and then the reflection of the water on the ground. The first thing I did was I cropped it into like what I think looked good. And then I just put the preset neons on, did a couple of different color adjustments, and then put a bit of a vignette around the side to place focus on the center. If you want to see these photos, I'm going to be posting them to my Instagram. That's where I post all of my photos at 7th Era. But yeah, I think today was a really good video and just even a challenge for myself to just shoot with a camera that isn't the best of the best. So going back to basics really gave me those limitations, and I feel like when you have limitations, that's when you can get really creative. I enjoyed shooting today. I'm probably going to shoot again with that camera because I actually had a lot of fun. So that's all for today's video. As always, don't think, just do.
Repetition, shop and blaze. Like me, she my serving up every single plate. The hottest in the season, even summer looks away. Cause I got something to prove. I'm here cause I pay my dues. So please tell me something new. I'm in the